Before we get started, I do need to put out this disclaimer. I am not a trained healthcare professional, but I do know how to read and I've had a lot of experience, and that is what you will be getting from me today. Before using any of the products that I talk about in these how-to taboo topics videos, do consult your healthcare professional. Okay, let's get to it. Welcome to the kitchen table. So welcome or welcome back. My name is Julie and we are here in the kitchen. It is time to Ask Mama. I'm Mama, and I am here to answer your taboo, your embarrassing, your mortifying questions that you need direct, honest, realistic answers to, without over-exaggeration most of the time, and with some personal experience. If it's weird, if it's wacky, I can almost guarantee I've been through all of it. Mama has led a very colorful life, and I would love to use those experiences to help you. Okay, what are we talking about today? We are talking about feminine douche. I do have an old video on this channel, my most watched video on this channel from years ago, about how to use a summer's eve douche. That's an old video. It's time for a new one. Plus, there was information that I did not include in that video at that time, and we are going to cover that today. I'm going to show you how to use it, but first, it is absolutely vital that we talk about a couple of things. The douche, it's going to help you smell better, sure, but there are several things it is not going to do. Please, hear me, hear me, hear me now. This is so important. It will not prevent pregnancy. It will not prevent fertilization. It will not end a pregnancy. If you have just had sex, unprotected, or things went wrong, and you're trying to use a douche to end that situation, it's not going to do it. Okay? Please know that. Also, it will not protect you from sexually transmitted diseases. It will not do that. Will it wash stuff out? Like, for instance, KY jelly, stuff like that, things that are on a condom to help it be more smooth. Yeah, it'll help clean some of that out, but it will not clean out bugs. If you've caught a bug, you need to go see your healthcare professional. Better yet, use protection. Please be safe. Please be smart out there. Okay? It will not fix any of those things, and it is not something that should be used super duper often, because it does rid your vagina of helpful, useful bacteria, things that are supposed to be in there naturally. But for occasional use, to freshen up, I enjoy using it. I think it's lovely. Is it magic? Is it going to cure things? No. Are there risks with using it? Yeah, there's those too. And we're going to talk about those in just a sec. But I find the benefits from it in my own personal use history have outweighed the risks for me. Again, you should always check with your healthcare professional and weigh the risks versus rewards when using a personal care product. So let's talk about the other things that could happen, could go wrong, possible complications from using a feminine douche product. And this holds true for all feminine douche, no matter the brand, or even if it's a homemade, which I don't recommend. And as I've read in my Dr. Google research, most healthcare professionals do not recommend making your own homemade douche. I know people do that, but I'm going to say, err on the side of caution. Don't do it. Don't try to reuse the douche bottle. That sucks, because not only am I a mama, I am the frugal mama, and I love to recycle, and I very fervently stand against single-use items. But when it's something that's going into your orifices, single use is the way to go. You can recycle the box, not the bottle. Okay? Rare occasions, it is warranted to not be able to recycle. Okay, we should also note, when you're going to use these products, use the whole thing up all at once. Don't save the leftovers to use another time, because once it has been inserted into those cavities, you risk bacterial growth and other nasty nonsense that's going to totally void any benefits that you received from the douche. Don't reuse them. Okay? Some other risks and potential complications, let's go ahead and talk about those. So like I said, it can remove helpful, useful bacteria that is in your vagina. It can also cause dryness, which is really not pleasant. And in some people, it can even cause irritation. You might get red, rashy, itchy, scratchy down there, and nobody wants that. If that does happen, seek medical care. Okay, it also will not help in any way to treat pelvic inflammatory disease. Nope, not gonna happen. And it shouldn't be used more than twice a week. Twice. You do not need to be doing it more than that, and you're not going to get any benefit if you are using it more than 2 times in 7 days. Trust me. Been there. Tried that. You do not want to dry out down there. That is not fun. And it really makes things uncomfortable when it's time for some intimacy. So, you've been warned. Now let's talk about how to actually use it. So, you're going to pick up your douche from the store. Again, it does not have to be name brand. The Equate brand works exactly the same, just as well, same ingredients. You're asking, what are those ingredients? Well, they will vary just a teeny bit sometimes because there are some that will involve fragrances. When possible, avoid the ones with any kinds of fragrances. You don't need to be putting fragrances up your hoo-ha, okay? You don't. You're trying to clean it out, not to add. All right, so this one has purified water, sodium chloride, vinegar, which is in pretty much all douches. You're almost always going to have vinegar. I've never seen or heard of a douche that did not include vinegar as a main ingredient. This one also has citric acid and sodium benzoate. Is that how you pronounce that? I think so. So you're gonna get it out. It does come in a sealed plastic wrapper. If the wrapper has been opened in any way, do not use that item. You don't need someone else's unwanted germs up your vajayjay. All right, so you're gonna open it up. Notice I have not even touched the tip. I haven't done it. Reason I haven't is because I wanna give you an option. Now, you're gonna have to pull on this. That's gonna have to happen. It's up to you if you wanna bare hand it or you wanna put on gloves. We're all different. I don't mind bare-handing it. Not a problem for me. But others like to wear gloves, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should be doing this over the toilet or in the shower. If you're in the shower, even more reason to not need gloves, in my opinion. But over the toilet, I can absolutely see a reason because all that stuff's gonna come right back on your hand. And if you wanna wear some latex gloves, you do you. Okay, so you're going to want to start with clean hands. Wash those hands, especially after you've touched and opened that box. We don't know who's touched that before you. Again, those unwanted germs. Once you've unwrapped it, you're going to pull that out. You're going to see, it says disposable douche. It says see carton for usage instructions and warnings. If you're going to be putting this into your body or anything into your body, you really should know what are the risks, what are the warnings before you squeeze. Know the risks before you squeeze. We should put that on a t-shirt. Now, in order to use it, you're not going to just stick it up right now. No, 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 no. I tried that the first time that I did a douche because I never had anyone tell me how to use a douche. It just wasn't one of those things that you asked. That's why we have this channel. That's why Mama is here at the kitchen table to answer those taboo or embarrassing questions that you don't have anyone else to talk to about it. And just seeing it in words on the internet isn't really helpful. And some of those videos that people put out, it's just not doing it for you. And your friends don't want to talk about it and your mama doesn't want to talk about it. Come here. Come to the open arms right here at the kitchen table. I've been there, I've done that, and I'm happy to talk about it, especially if it will help someone out there. I wish there had been someone like me all those years ago when it was my first time. Lots of first times. We'll talk about all of that here on the channel. Any of those kinds of questions, women's health, sexual health, that you happen to have, please don't be afraid to ask. Don't be worried. Don't be embarrassed. Ask me those questions and I will do my darndest to answer them in a way that is appropriate, informational, and hopefully entertaining. So you are, with your clean hand or your gloved hand, you are going to grasp the spout. And with your other hand, you're going to hold on to the bottle and you are going to pull. Now it's already pulled this up. Look how long that is. You got to get up in there. Okay. And this is going to do it. But still, you're not ready. Don't just go sticking this up there and then squeezing. Nothing's going to happen and you're going to be frustrated. Then you're going to have to take it out and pull. And it's already been up in there and Mama's got you covered. You are going to grasp both ends and you are going to pull until this extends and you hear a click. Oh, there was a click. You see this is extended just a little bit and you heard the audible click. Now it's time. Now you are going to go ahead and insert this into your vagina all the way up. Okay, so this lid here should be level, flush with your lips, not these ones. And then you squeeze and you are going to squeeze that thing. You need to get as much of that liquid up and in as possible because, like I said, you are not going to be reusing this. So get all of that in there if at all possible. Now, this is important. Once you have squoze, go ahead and remove that. Do not try doing Kegels right now. Don't try to purse those lips down there and hold it in. That's not what you do with a douche. It doesn't need to stay up in there. You might have seen my video about how to use an enema. And in that case, you squeeze those butt cheeks together and you keep that fluid in there until your tummy starts rumbling. It is not the same case with a douche. You want to squeeze it up in there. And even as you are squeezing, gloves, keep the gloves in mind. This is why. That fluid is going to simultaneously be draining right back out. That's what it's supposed to do. Just keep squeezing, get as much of it in there as you can and let it flow freely. Do not try to hold it in. That is not going to help in any way, shape, or form. And to me, that's akin to sitting in dirty bathwater. You don't want to do it. All right, so you have squoze it all up in there and all of the fruits of your labors have come dripping right back out, down your legs, down the drain, down in the toilet bowl. Either way, after that, throw it away. I know, I am all about recycling. You don't want to recycle this. It is unfortunate, but you can recycle the box. And at least there's that. Just going to reiterate, please do not try to use any of the leftover fluid on a subsequent occasion. Get a new fresh bottle. Do not try to add douche to it to get your money's worth out of it. Don't do it. This is one of those rare occasions when the frugal mama says the most frugal thing to do with it, use it once and throw it away. It is not worth those doctor and hospital bills from getting some kind of bacteria, some kind of yucky bleh up in your crevices that then you have to have treatment for. That's not frugal. All right, that is how to use and how not to use a feminine douche. Please be aware and remember all of the warnings and risks that we discussed in the beginning of this video. Those are vital, those are important. You need to know your risks before you squeeze. Seriously, we gotta get some form of that on a t-shirt. But how can we do it in such a way that you could actually wear it out in public? I'm gonna think on that. In the meantime, please, in the comments below, give me those questions, those taboo, embarrassing, even mortifying questions that you have no one to talk with about, that there's no one you feel comfortable asking. Ask Mama, and then come to the table, and we'll talk all about it. I have had a wonderful time showing you how to use this douche. Please do like, subscribe, and share. There is a lot more coming from the kitchen table. Oh, there's a lot more. And it might even be some of the things that you are wondering about. So I really do hope that you're subscribed. I also hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon here at the kitchen table.